Alright, folks, it has been a while. So I've not been real active here on YouTube. I've been, just the camera here, I've been answering comments and stuff, but I haven't uploaded a video or done a live chat I haven't done a live chat for a long time. But it's been even longer since I uploaded a video. So I don't know if there's any videos that's come out before this yet, because I've got some filmed, I just haven't edited them. One of them I'd filmed, I think, last summer, and I never edited it. I've still got it. I'm going to edit it here soon. And I've got a couple hunting videos I filmed. Now the hunting videos, I'm not real sure if I'm going to do much with them because didn't get anything. First one was a duck hunt. We only seen three ducks. They were flying about 100 yards up. So that video didn't turn out very good. And then I got a video where I was hunting deer a couple weeks ago. I went out and tried to film my archery tag, which unfortunately didn't work out. Those two hunting videos didn't produce anything. I don't know if I'm going to edit them and put them up. I might. We'll see anyway here for too long. But yeah, with the YouTube, with the shooting videos, it's just kind of slacked off. And of course, this year's kind of sucked. With everything COVID related stuff. My job got cut short at the start date and got cut short on the end date. So, you know, like a lot of the guys, I've been kind of tight. As I said in an update video, the NRA kind of ticked me off this year with Wayne Lapeer. And I didn't feel like giving them any money. And I still don't. And to get into the shooting range I film at, I've got to be an NRA member. So I didn't do it this year. I'm not going to do it now because then my rifle club dues would only be good for a month, and then I'd have to renew in January. So what I'm planning on doing maybe next year is I'll renew my NRA and try to get up there to the range to do a few shooting videos. But the thing with the shooting videos is that I won't say that I lost interest. It's just that I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't doing it for me anymore. I enjoy shooting as much as the next guy. I really love shooting black powder. It's one of my favorite things, but doing it for the YouTube channel, it got to be a job, and it was taking me away from other things I enjoy, such as hunting and fishing. And with everything going on this year, you know, doing stuff with family and spending more time with family got to be real high priority. It's amazing what a pandemic will do to your mindset when it comes to family, when you know you never know when you might lose one of them. So I said to heck with it, and that was the other reason why I didn't do any shooting videos, is because I spent most of this year, well, more than most of it, almost all of it, doing stuff with family when I wasn't working. So we started off right in the spring. In March, Dad and I started going fishing, looking at some places that we'd never been to before. We did turkey hunting together. I managed to get a turkey. Dad managed to miss twice. So turkey hunting, Dad and I, we had fun doing that this spring. And then we got into doing the fishing, and got my uncle's boat back out on the water, and so it was a good summer. Well, like I said, I didn't do any videos. I thought quite a few times about taking the camera with me and doing some fishing videos. I did try it one day, but it was a cold day. Nothing was biting, so I just didn't bother to edit the film. I stored it on the computer, but after that, you know, I'd think about, yeah, I'll take the camera today. Well, get up, get everything loaded, get on the road. Well, oh, crap, I forgot the camera. Well, I'm not going to turn around for it. So did a lot of fishing. I just never filmed any of it like I thought I would. But all the fishing and stuff, you know, I realized a little aluminum boat we was fishing on, down where I'm at, it can get to 110 degrees pretty easy. And even on a day where it's 85, you know, sitting in a little aluminum boat out on the water in no shade, that gets pretty hot too. And the little aluminum boat we're using, it's got 3 seats. They say it'll take 6 people, but as you can all tell on the camera, I'm a pretty good sized guy. My dad and uncle are just as big as I am. 2 of us on that boat are just about comfortable. with all our gear, tackle boxes and poles and stuff. So I got to thinking, I'd like a little bigger boat, but I'm never going to be able to afford one, not for a while yet anyway. I don't think I'd be able to afford a new boat, but I got to realizing that my granddad's old boat was still sitting down in his old shed. And that old boat he built in 1950, 59 or 60. Well, he started in 58. Started in 58 and got on the water in 1960. And it started leaking real bad, and the engine was having problems overheating, so he parked it in 1981. And I got to thinking, when I was a little kid, I always thought, it'd be nice to take Grandpa's boat out, because it's a good-sized boat. 16-footer. And I always said, it'll never float again, it'll never float again. And I just left it down in there. And for years, I've been thinking about, it'd be nice to get Grandpa's boat back out again and get it fixed up. And everybody tells me, now it's never going to float again, this, that, and the other. Got to looking down at the barn the other day, and they was talking about us getting some snow down here. And where I'm at, when they talk about snow, it's either nothing or it's everything at once. You just never know. I got to look at that barn that's in, the roof's about to cave in on it, because I think the barn's probably, 100 years old. And I finally decided, what? If that barn caves in on this boat, it won't ever float again. It'll destroy it. So I talked the family into it. We pulled the boat out, and that's what I'm sitting in right now. So this is my project. That's kind of where I want to go. This video. The focus of this channel, I think, is going to just not be one focus anymore on black powder guns. Yeah, I'm still going to shoot black powder guns. I get a chance to go to a range where I can shoot black powder, and it ain't going to cost a whole lot of money. I'll still do some black powder videos. It's unfortunately, though, most of those ranges that are free, I've got to drive a ways to. So I thought, I want to keep doing the YouTube stuff. I enjoy doing it. It does get to be a job sometimes, but instead of doing just one thing, I'm going to do the things that I enjoy, all the things that I enjoy. So this channel is going to go more towards hunting, more towards fishing, and like I said, we're going to still keep doing the black powder stuff. I think that's the direction I'm going to take this channel, is I'm going to start doing some of the stuff that I enjoy doing besides the black powder. The other part that we're going to be doing is the restoration here on Grandpa's boat. So I've already filmed chunks of this morning. But this boat, I ripped the floor out a couple days ago when it was cold and windy. Today's the first nice day we've had since I pulled the boat out of the shed. And I ripped the floor out, and I pulled the old styrofoam out that Grandpa had in the floorboards that you're supposed to have, the buoyancy, whatever. Pulling that all out, and in the front, looks good. There's one spot that's kind of rotten, and that's where there was a rat's nest built, and the rats had pissed and crapped on everything. That part ain't going to be too bad to fix. I got back here towards the back. This morning, Dad and I pulled the motor off. The transom, I thought, was busted because the motor, it's a 175-pound motor. It's been sitting on this boat for 40-some years. I thought it had busted the transom. Well, it hasn't. He just put a nice warp in it. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. What the problem is that, and you'll see here in the video, is that the transom's kind of rotted. Stringers are rotted, the hole is rotted, but it's only an area about that wide. So I'm in the process of trying to figure out how I'm going to fix that. And then I'm also going to go clean up the rest of the boat here and see, but most of the boat's in good shape. I mean, there's some warpage, but it's been sitting for 40-some years. Almost 40 years. I expect it to have some warpage. And other than, like I said, back here on the transom, everything looks real good on it. So the cabin's going to get redone. I'm going to take that all off. And I think I wanted to try to save the old windshield, because it's double pane glass. I mean, it's a nice windshield. I wanted to try to save it, but now I'm thinking about it. I don't think I'm gonna bother. I think I'm gonna build the proper type of windshield that the original plans have, and I do have the original plans for the boat. Coming in an old mechanics how-to encyclopedia. They had that in there along with a sailboat build and a canvasback canoe build and a couple other things. But anyway, so I've got the plans on that. If I need to rebuild something on the boat, I've got it. But this is going to be a work in progress. It ain't going to be a cheap work. I think I can probably do it cheaper than I could buy a new boat. Big thing is going to be the motor. If I can't get the motor running, that's going to be $6,000, $7,000, $8,000. But if I can get the rest of it built, it's like I said, it's still cheaper than buying a new boat. I could probably get this fixed, I'm hoping, for under $2,000. I don't know. One of the first things I'm going to do, well, first thing I got to do is I got to fix this transom in the back here. But before this ever goes on the water, it's going to get fiberglassed on the inside and re-fiberglassed on the outside. And you never fiberglass the inside. That's why all the transom's rotten in the back here. But anyway, I probably rambled enough on here, so I'm going to shut this off and kind of move some stuff around here, and then I'll show you a little bit more on the boat. I'll just kind of show you here. This is Grandpa's drain plug. I think he just took a piece of, I think that's maybe inch and a half pipe, and took the threaded portion, stuck it through there, and took two big nuts, and that was what he used for a drain plug. And then the plug, this is his plug. This is a cork wrapped in electrical tape, and whenever it got to leaking, he had to roll electrical tape. It's still sitting up in the dash. He just put more electrical tape on it as a drain plug. That's probably why it leaked a little bit. I don't know how well you can see it there in the video, but the transom has got a good bow in it. Like I said, that big motor's been sitting on there for 40 years almost. But yeah, I showed this once and I'll show it again. That's where the rot's at. And the way he's got this built, that never drained water. And the water got up there in the corner, of course. He never sealed it with fiberglass, the same as on that corner there. So, what I'm thinking, and if there's any of you out there that build boats, fix boats, can give me guidance, I'd greatly appreciate it. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to take the transom off and figure out how bad things are. And worst case scenario, I'll cut 1.5 inches off the back of the boat and build a new transom and put that in there. Because I'm afraid with these stringers, and there's back here there's rot in the hole. The hole's starting to rot back here in the corner. I'll kind of show you up here through the front. Get around the step ladder. So right now I got this big chunk of plywood in here, so that I don't walk on the hull and possibly take a chance of breaking something. So that's sitting across the bulkheads, just like the floorboard does. I still do have the floorboards. They're actually in pretty decent shape. They had them in there, then Grandpa just packed styrofoam. Yeah, you can see one of the blocks right there. And the mice moved in, tore everything up. So I'm going to try to, when I go to redo this, I'm going to try to fix that. And up there towards the front, they built a nest, and it looks like there's a little dry rot up there where mice had peed on everything. But other than that, this boat's in decent shape. The dashboard's going to have to be replaced. The dashboard's all dry rotted. The whole cabin's got to be replaced, but lots of mud dauber nests. So the roof of this thing is a big chunk of fiberglass that Grandpa found somewhere, and it's still really good shape, real pliable. I'd like to reuse that, but I don't think I'm going to. I think when I rebuild this, I'm going to do it in plywood and then cover it in fiberglass. But I got little cutout windows. When I go to redo it, I'm going to have screen windows. So I'm thinking about like what's on the side of a truck that's got the slides on it. We'll put those in there. This is the windshield, and it's dirty. Still dirty, but it's in good shape. It's a big windshield out of a, I think somebody said it was out of a old Chevy pickup. Yep, and then the front, it's got a hole here. Grandpa never ever fiberglassed that in. He just left it open. Fiberglass the bottom. Got up here, didn't fiberglass it, and then the red, just about where the red's at, it's fiberglassed up here. Give you a look from the other side. Other than that, the boat, the hull up here is in pretty good shape. Like I said, it's just got a couple little places that are dry rot, but the at the back there, that's the bad spot. So that's a look at the boat from the inside and a little bit on the outside. It's going to be a long project. It's not something I'm going to rush into and get done and have this boat on the water next spring. That ain't going to happen. I'm just going to take my time and do this as I can. Any of you know how to fix one of these boats, please feel free to contact me. Either through the channel email, through a comment, whatever. I would love to have the input because this is a project I don't know what I'm doing. Not that I can't do it. It's just that I'm going to have to figure out a lot of this, and any help I can get will be greatly appreciated. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to do it slow, do it over the course of a year or two. It's going to take a lot of fiberglass and a lot of epoxy, I know that. Once I get the transom redone, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go with epoxy and silica, and every joint I'm going to put the peanut butter mix on it. I guess that's what they call it. I've been watching some boat repair videos. Put that on there, and then the whole interior is getting fiberglassed. When it comes time to put the flotation stuff in there, it's going to get expanding foam put in it, and it's going to be sealed up to where that area is watertight. And then after that, we'll fiberglass the outside of it and rebuild the cabin, and then work on the motor. Said the motor's going to be the most expensive project on this if I have to replace it. But anyways, if you'd like to help with this project, I've got an Amazon wish list, and I'll put a link down there to it. I'm not asking for anybody to help on this, but if you want to, I'm not going to turn it down. So I've got the stuff on there. I've got it listed. Most of it's going to be fiberglass and epoxy. But, you know, there's some things I'd like to do. And once I get it rebuilt, you know, there's some changes I'm going to make to kind of suit what I like. I'm going to put some fishing pole rod holders in here. Going to mount some to the sideboard. So one of the things I'm going to do, see if I can get to where I can see here. So on this side here, this is nothing but 3/8 inch plywood sitting here. So what I'm going to do is I'll put a chunk of wood down in there that'll fit that, cut it to fit. And then I'm going to mount some good rod holders on there for when we're fishing, so if we catch a good fish. I'm just going to, like I said, fix this up a little bit of time, put some lights on it. So one thing is put the navigation lights back on it. And then I'm going to put some light bars up on the cabin. One that's going to go, you know, it'll shine down in the cabin so we can see what we're doing. And then if I have to drive around at night, I'm going to put a couple light bars up on top so that, you know, I can see where the hell I'm going. Because being this is a plywood boat, and one of the lakes we like to fish got a lot of rocks in it. I don't want to hit a rock and sink my boat. So anyways, I'm going to sign off for now. And like I said, if you want to help us out, I've got that link down there at the bottom. Anyway, if you like what you see, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll catch you on the next one.